Hello everyone, I'm watching but whatever, and welcome back to another video. This time we are playing Minecraft, and we are going to be joining PhoenixCraft. For any of you that don't know, PhoenixCraft is a server that I own, own, and own because it's complicated. A lot of backstory. Anyway, this series will be based off mostly of showing off builds of our server, because our server has a lot of great, amazing builders and filled with great and amazing ideas, and we want to go and put them out there. And yeah, they're amazing ideas, amazing builds, and I just want to show off the greatest that I personally most like. So now, bear with me on this. Bear with me. The first build I will show will be one of mine. No, I'm not egotistical. I simply like to build. I consider myself a builder in Minecraft. And I have not like necessarily gone and checked out most of people's builds that have built in this map. We've had other previous maps on our server before. This is like the fourth map we have, and it was in those other previous maps that I have seen these amazing gigantic builds built completely in survival, and have not necessarily gone and asked people, hey, do you want your map featured, or not map, you want your build featured, uh, what do you want to do you know anyone who builds? So for the first episode I will just be showing one of mine, not because I'm egotistical, but just because, like all of these people, I too am a builder. So eventually I will make a build that I'm really proud of, and I will want to show it. Like everyone else, I make things that I like, and then I make things that I hate. So I'm gonna be showing things that I've made that I like as well as other people builds. As I said, I'm not egotistical. I am simply showing one of the builds that I'm most proud of that I've ever made. And then the other episodes I will be moving on to other people, other players, other members, all that stuff. But without further ado, we will join PhoenixCraft. By the way, if you want to join, the link to the server, not the link, the server IP is down in the description in all of my videos. And uh, I th I think so is our engine, if I'm not wrong. I came up with my description layout a long time ago, and I've just been copying it, so I don't remember exactly what it is in there. Just go copy, paste, and it's done. So it's either our website, our engine website, or it's our actual server IP. Um, and in and if it isn't our server IP, and then our server IP is on my outro, so you can just check that out or you can check out either way. Like, I mean, if you go to our website, our server IP will be there, as well as a lot of other stuff. So, without further ado, let's join PhoenixCraft. God damn it, it's nighttime. And I'm in the middle of nowhere, because I was traveling the other day. By the other day, I mean like 1 hour ago, because I've already recorded this before, but it's screwed up. So, since there's nobody on, for the sake of the video, time set day. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to do that. And also, weather clear. I always put an H in there. Why do I always put an H in there? There we go. And like always, we have to unvanish ourselves, because every time we join, we are vanished in both plugins, Essentials and this vanish one that we have. So the first build I will be showing will be this one. Now I will just step out. I'll just keep looking at the floor. So it is a surprise once I turn around and you see it. And this, I think, is one of my first builds that I've ever built. Yeah, it was. This was built in the second map. I was still moderator at the time, and I'm already the owner. So I mean, I don't know how that worked, but it worked. Not to brag, but I've literally gone through every rank on this server. I'm not bragging, but I'm just putting it up. Anyway, let's not talk about that. What the fuck was that? Anyway, this is one of the greatest builds I've ever built, and I think also the biggest. This is Halo. Halo is a thing created by me that I will use someday in the future in a book that I've been writing. I'm not going to give any details on that, but basically, ALO stands for Anomaly Lockdown Operations. So basically, it's an SCP sort of thing, like Secure, Contain, Protect. Except, yeah, I mean, the idea came from there, the overall idea, but it has a lot of changes. I'm going to be honest, the idea came from there. The inspiration of the ALO came from the SCP. And because I wanted to make something like that, but like that was mine, that I have made, then I came up with Halo, Anomaly Lockdown Operations. I am quite proud of that name. Anyway, this is the Halo building. I call it the W14. So if I go into here, you will see welcome to the W14. Eventually, I will use maps for these, and you'll understand this about the maps in another episode later down the road. For now, I will give you an overall shot of the outside, and yes, I am using shaders. In case you are wondering, the shaders that I'm using are Chocapic version 6 low. I have it on low because of the recording. I don't want it to lag too much. Also, don't question those two over there. That was from the previous video. We have a plane. This is really a big build. Hold on. Let me just do this. Just get some cinema shots in here. Cinematic camera. So yeah, this is again one of the greatest builds I have ever built. And most of my builds, they are built by hand. I rarely use any world edit for them. The reason for that is because I pay a lot of attention to detail. As you can see in like those little things in here, I added those just for the sake of detail and decoration, because without those in there, that looked very plain. And for anyone wondering, I learned my building from the Fire UK. I am was a huge Mayanite fan. Like I used to watch Sparkles and OMG, it's Firefox and all those guys in Mayanite. And there was this one episode where Waglington was teaching them how to build the wizards and all that stuff. Y'all know. So I took that feedback very seriously for myself on building, because I've always liked to build in Minecraft. I just was not that good of a builder. So I just started perfecting my building. It's like I started coming up with like small details and depth. That was a thing that they talked about. Depth is great on building, especially in buildings like these. They're just great. So most of the build is like empty inside. If you can see here, most of these rooms are empty. Now all of this is connected. All you're seeing here is connected through the inside. See if you go over here, you lead through here. This is like a pathway. It then leads to this other building over here. You see there inside. There are stairs there, and then it leads over here on top, which then connects to here, this little room, which then connects to this whole other area of the building. Now this is the office building, this right here. There are about 6 in total, I believe. 6 or 7. There are 7 of these. There were 6 before, but I added another one because I got my math wrong on the staff team. These are gonna be staff offices. That building right there will be our staff offices. Now I had 6, and then I added 1, but then later somebody in our staff team resigned, so I had to remove another one. So that's why there are 6. Eventually I'll put. That's why there are 7. So eventually I'll put it back in 6. Again, don't question the TARDIS just playing there. That will be for another episode. So again, as you can see, everything is connected. That is connected to there, and this is connected to this. And let's take a look. Let's take a look to the vehicles, right? Because the vehicles are actually something I'm also proud of. At least the motorcycles, because the motorcycles I came up with the design myself. Like these, I came up with these. I came up with this design of motorcycles. Just coal block, cobblestone wall, quartz blocks, coal block, and then just a little detailing. It's pretty simple motorcycles, but I actually like them quite a lot. Now those got a tutorial on the internet on how to make these. I just sort of changed the coloring to make it the theme of the halo, which is like very white, very black, just sort of lab sort of things, colors. Uh, so yeah, these are the vehicles. Again, I did not design those. I designed everything else in this place though. It was just those 4 vehicles that I did not design. So then we have this little pathway over here because the vehicles come out, and I decided, hey, probably the grass wouldn't be intact, so I just added that. Here we have the back gate, and actually, here comes in the map part. This right here is a map. Stop, protected area forbidden to enter without permission, photograph, measure, depict, or describe the area without special permission. So this was made through a map. Now, that was not designed by me either. I just used it on mine with permission of the creator of that thing, which is also a player on our server. So basically, there is this map somewhere out far in the world, like 10 million blocks in the world, where we generated the map. That was built block by block. What you saw there, that map was built block by block, and that is an entire map, which is 129 blocks by 129, just a square that big. Then it's just building the details, building the letters and everything, and then just opening the map, and we'll have that. That's basically how it works. I will get more into that again in the next episode with the TARDIS, because I used that to the TARDIS. I think I actually ended up being the first to use that idea, the idea of making that like that, of using maps to make that kind of stuff. Because what you saw there, it was not a resource pack. It was vanilla. It can be done in full vanilla without any mods, without the use of any external programs. So now that you've seen the outside, let's take a look at the inside here for a second. So here you've already seen, welcome to the W14. There is actually no way to get into this without jumping over. Again, you've already basically seen everything that there is to see here through the outside. I mean, most of the rooms are just completely empty. There is only one room which I'm actually going to, the only one I'm going to show, well, that room plus the cells. So I'm gonna go over here. As you can see, everything is empty. Literally everything is empty. There is nothing on it. Now let me just remove the cinematic camera mode because this is being annoying to use inside the building. Here I have this little balcony thing. Now, when I was building this, I was not imagining this inside part. I was just building the outside first, and I wanted these big windows here. So when I moved to make the inside, this here was a huge issue because I didn't know what to make here. in a way that it would look good and it wouldn't just look weird. In the way that it would look good and it wouldn't make me have to remove this. I also just realized how this thing right here makes the other things not be noticeable. Like, just, I don't know if what I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, I just came up with this little balcony here. You cannot be noticed from the outside, and inside it looks good. It doesn't look that bad. You just come here, not bad, not that bad. So that's what I did here. So that's that. I was gonna show you one of the few rooms that has stuff in it. As I said, everything is connected. This entire base is connected to all other parts. There's no part that leads to a dead end. I was saying this is the pillar I was talking a while ago. You just come here. That was flying out here, and I pointed to this room. This is connected to the thing over there, so there's that. I'm going to show probably the cells will be the last thing that I show, just because I think it's the coolest, I suppose, in terms of building, because just because of the redstone that went into it. Because the redstone that went into it is actually pretty darn cool. I mean, it's not the greatest thing that's ever done in Minecraft, but for the theme of this whole building, it is a pretty cool door. Like, it's fancy. Okay, it's fancy. It's not the greatest that's been built, but it's fancy. Oh, here comes in the maps again. I designed this logo. This logo is entirely designed by me as well. Again, this is the map far out in the world, like 10 million blocks, which is actually where I am. It's probably just a few thousands of blocks of where I am right now. Um, I just built this huge map somewhere, and I built this entire logo by hand and everything. Well, the circles was through WorldEdit. Everything else was by hand. Like the letters, I built them by hand. The tech, I built them by hand. And it's interesting because here, all of this seems very small, but once you get into the actual place, this thing is massive. Like what you're seeing here is actually a massive build somewhere in the world. And here we have like this little desktop. Let me just break that so you can see taskbar right there as well. There is quite a lot of detail in here. Now this one was not designed by me. This was designed by Andrew, one of our administrators. So I do not take credit for this part. I only take credit for this part, and that's everything. So yeah, thank you so much, Andrew, for providing this one map. I say this one map like if he hasn't provided any others for me. So here, one thing I found in the 1.11 version of Minecraft is that shulker boxes, which is what these are shulker boxes. These sort of give a really, really good locker feel to them. Like when you, let me just make this appear again. So like if you grab this and you put them like this, it sort of gives like a drawer feel, you know. So I thought it just really works really, really well in this type of building. I also use these in another part of the building that you will see. So yeah, this whole office was decorated by me. I decorated all of this, which is not a lot, frankly, but I'm not much of decorations. I'm more of building the overall thing, the overall builds, instead of just I usually just make the overall outside of the build, and then the inside just stays empty forever until the end of time. So here we have another room, as I said, completely empty. Uh, and this leads to down here, which this part here was very hard to build because I was building this. I didn't know how to make these stairs because every time I made these stairs, they would run into a wall or something. And this whole thing was just really hard to build. This room, I could not, I could not make it so this room would look good. Eventually, I just came up with this design. I let it stay like this, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. You have this little window thing. This place has a lot of windows, like a lot of them. And here we have another little balcony here. I see another like if there were any others. So here we have a little balcony. It's pretty cool. You can just look out in the world into the desertic wasteland. I don't know what that thing in there is. I cannot even zoom in. Okay, that's fine then. Whatever. Or can I zoom in? Oh, I can zoom in with C. Why is C zoom in? I don't know what that is over there. I have no idea. Um, so moving on here, going down these stairs, we can see the offices building. All the offices are empty. There is only one claim, which is the one down here, and he hasn't added much in here. This one he belongs to Andrew. He hasn't done anything else in here. All other offices are empty. No one else has claimed any of the others. So next up, really the only thing that I need to show is the cells that I said at the beginning, or almost at the beginning, that were the part that I sort of most like about this place. Now, so let's just make our way over there really quick. Everyone who enters this building always gets lost in it. Meanwhile, I'm just here like this isn't hard to navigate. I can navigate this. Yeah, I would assume that for somebody who doesn't know this building, it would be sort of hard to navigate this. So we're just gonna go down these entire stairs over here. I don't know if I should go over this way or over the other. We can go this way. It's probably faster. Let's go over here. Doot, 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 doot. And I'm gonna get a copyright strike because I just did the Mario beat. Again, everything very empty, but I kind of like it. Here we have another door to the outside to lead to the vehicles. It's pretty cool and stuff. God damn it, door! I hate doors. It's giving me back the feel of that one time when I had the boat in my hand and I didn't know why I couldn't open the door. So this here is very empty. I used these. I figured out these were actually kind of good lamps for a building like this. These are the new end rods that have been added to the game. Um, and through here we can go to the cells. Now this is a very tall building. I have not added much in it yet. I don't know why. I probably should. Like, this feels very empty. It's just this one tall thing that doesn't have almost anything on it. So then we just have to walk through these doors and we go to restricted area. Now, I'm planning on eventually upgrading this sign over here to a map like you saw over at the gates. Like restricted area, employees only, yada yada yada. Now, here are more of those locker things, shulker boxes. Now, this is the entrance to the to 8 of the cells, because so far I've only made 8 of them. I'm going to eventually make more. I'm going to eventually make another pathway in here, another pathway in there, and then just have various levels of cells. So like this, I call it. I need to disable this for a second for you to show. Now, before this, there was an actual uh, security card access. Like you'd have a hopper and you'd have to throw a paper, specifically named paper, into the hopper, which would then open that door. But eventually that system broke. I don't remember why exactly, but something happened to it, so I basically just made it this way, like a button. I just put an item frame, I put the button in that block behind it. That was a mistake that I just made. Why did I do that? Okay, get an iron block. Just put the button back in there. Um, there's somebody on. I didn't even realize. So yeah, I just came up with this system. I put that little head in there, so you can see it's just a player head. I thought it looked cool for that. And that empty die scanner, so it's like just go here, boop, and boop, and the door just opens and closes. Let's turn that off for a second again. And then here's the same thing, and it's a nice scanner. You look, press the button, and it closes, and now here comes the fanciest door of the entire building. Like, this is a cool, again, this is a cooler area specifically because of these doors. Just watch. It's like it really gives a feel of really high containment. Like this, it's like this really gives a feel of whatever is in there must not go out anyway, in any way, and just must stay there. And then here again, you can just eye scanner and it'll close one after another. And here we have the cells. Now we already have two of them with anomalies, one being PhoenixCraft and the other one being Butters and Andrew. Now, what's cool about this is that we have a plugin to jail people, and if I wanted to, I could actually make each one of these cells an actual jail for the server. So like if a player does something bad, I can actually trap them in here as a punishment. Which is kind of cool, actually. I kind of like that. Now, these are not players who did anything wrong, these were just a joke that happened, then I put the names in here. As you can see, the cells are very simple, just a bed, toilet thing, and not much else. Just completely iron, and a lamp, a sea lantern, and yeah, like once you get in these, you cannot get out. I didn't put a pressure plate on the other side, so things wouldn't escape. So yeah, this is actually a pretty cool place. I actually like this place quite a lot. Okay, and then I have various levels. I probably will have like a thing here, have like some stairs going down, leading up to more cells, and excuse me, burping. Okay, I ain't burp. It's fine. So yeah, that's the yellow building. I am really proud of this one. This is one of my greatest builds so far. Like when I build stuff, I tend to build it really big. Like I only build gigantic freaking builds. I usually don't build anything small. And that TARDIS that you were seeing over there a while ago might have looked small. It's not. It's really not. It's gigantic. I've been teasing the TARDIS for like a bit now. So you know what? I'll just give you a small overview of the TARDIS. Let's turn this on again. This is the TARDIS. There, a little sneak peek of it. I'll. This was just for the other video that I was making just now that went horribly wrong. So yeah, here you have it, a sneak peek of the TARDIS. Nothing that you are seeing in this TARDIS was made using a resource pack. I don't have any resource pack enabled, and I can show you right now. Video settings, not video settings, options, resource packs. As you can see, I have nothing enabled. I don't have any resource pack enabled. That was full vanilla. Can be done in survival. It just takes a long time. So that was it for the first episode of PhoenixCraft showing off builds. This is one of the builds. Oh, I forgot. Here's the plane that I designed. This plane is my design. If it weren't, it would be much better because there's only one thing I don't like in this plane: the wings. The wings are too small, and then they just have this weird thing back here. I don't know what I was thinking when I was building this. Like I like the front of it and I like the back of it. It's really just the wings that sort of kill it for me. Like it has the wheels here and then it has the one wheel in the front, and overall it's just like a plane. It has like some missile launcher things. And overall it's a nice plane. Again, it's just the sort of wings in there. And here I sort of tried to give it like a door feel, like the doors are just slide and stuff. Now, yes, I see an issue with this that I've only now realized is that if the door were to close, it would just chop the front of the plane in half. I do realize and notice that. I never noticed that until now. That's fine. It still looks good anyway. No, this door is not functional. It doesn't function, unfortunately. It's just there for decoration, for the sole purpose of decoration. So yeah, that was the Halo building. Oh, if you're seeing for a thing that that's there is weird, the terrain and stuff, that's because this was copy pasted from the last map. I built this in the second map. This is the fourth already, so I've pasted this thing in like two times now. Wait, no. Yeah, two. This is the second time I paste this in a map, and that's why the terrain is sort of weird in the mountainish places over there. Just don't worry about it. But yeah, that was the Halo building. I don't have much else to show. That was basically it. 30 minutes showing a build. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you enjoy watching, subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, and until next video, everyone.